Okay, let's try to get some windows in this house, and we're going to start right here in this corner. We're just going to work our way right around the building. So that's a really wide picture window, and we're just going to use what came with the program we have here for AutoCAD. So we're just going to put a window in here, and let's try to kind of place it in here somewhere. Alright, so I'm just going to place it there right on the thing, and then I'm going to pick the widest window I can because it's like a picture window in here. And so what we might want to do is do something like this. I'm going to draw a line that goes from, say, the nearest point here. So I'll go from the nearest one there to the perpendicular over here, right? And I want to move this from that to the midpoint of that line. So that puts it in the middle of that room. Now, one of the things we have to do is change this window width to 6 inches wide, and then we can move this in the correct position. So we'll move it from, say, here to that intersection, and I don't want that anymore, so I'll just delete it. So now I've got that window in place. Now this had a couple windows on each side of this part of the house, so I'm going to click that. I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees. Click this. I'm going to drag it back to be the smallest window I can. I'll change it so it goes to the correct width. But at this point, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it to where it touches here, but then move it out, say 2 inches there. All right. So that puts a window on this side of the window. Let's see if we can, I remember that side of the door. See if we can do a mirror here and put that on the other side of that door. So that didn't work out right because that wasn't exactly centered up on there. Because that's the center of this. So that's okay. So let's do this. We'll draw a line that goes from here across the middle here. And this time when we mirror it, we'll mirror it from that midpoint there to right there. And we'll delete that line out. So now we've got a window on each side of that. I do believe there's going to be a window right here over top of, usually there is a window by the sink, and it's a nice wide window there. So that may change some things as far as that's going. Let's pick a line. We're going to draw a line right here and go straight out to this perpendicular here. Alright, I'm going to draw a window in. I'll put a window in. Wait. I want to put a window. Drag it in and kind of put that in place right there. I want that window to be on a 6-inch wall, so I'll widen that thing out. I'm going to rotate it here 180 degrees. Alright, and then maybe let's see if we make that, that's a 3-foot window. Let's say we make it a 4-foot window because it's a nice wide window. So let's say you're standing there washing the dishes and you want to look out the window as you're doing it. That's how you would do that. So I just messed that up. So I'm going to move this from this midpoint here to the perpendicular here. Alright. So now that changes some things in here because this will no longer go all that far. I want to draw a line that goes from here to the perpendicular right here. And so I'll change that to be, I'm going to move this out this way. Move that out this way. We're going to go 2 inches that side of it. And just for giggles, I'm going to go ahead and change that to, I want that to be hidden. And I'm going to click this and move this out back so it's like that. So now we've got an opening there. We'll do the same on this side. We'll just mirror that line from the midpoint of that window to there. Alright, and then so that's good. Oops, I messed it up again. I want to mirror that line from the midpoint of this window over to here. And wait, I'm messing this up. I'm messing it up because this is throwing me off. Get rid of that mistake I made a second ago. Mirror this line from the midpoint of even that down to here. Delete the source object. No. Then I'm ready to click on this and move this grip back to here. So that leaves us a little counter space on each side of the sink and a cabinet over top of it and a nice window right there. So something happened right there. Oh, somehow or another that got moved a little bit. That's okay. I fixed it. All right. So now let's go add another window. There's a window over here in the middle of this wall. So let's go over here. Just add a 3-foot window right there in the middle of that wall. So I think, let's go ahead and rotate this around this way, and we'll rotate it 180 degrees. And give it the right wall width. And let's see what that's set at. 3 foot's perfect. So let's find the middle of that wall. So I'm just going to draw a line right here, straight over that way. And it's just a basic construction line. So now I'm going to move this from there to the perpendicular here. And that window's in its place on the middle of that wall. So let's see, there's no windows here. There's a window in the center there. That looks like a nice wide window. It's the same as this one. Looks like it's the same as that one too. But we'll just go back here. We're just going to drop in a 3-foot window right here. So I'm going to draw a line right in the middle of this one. Actually, you know what? This one tells us it's 6'8" over to the middle of that. Now that I'm looking at that, I may have messed those up. This one I'm okay with doing that, but this one I want to make sure that gets to be 10 foot off of there. So let's go back, and I'm going to offset 10 feet and go up that way. Wow, that's pretty close. So I'll move this from that. Oh, it's right there on it, man. How about that? That worked out perfect. Dumb luck. All right, and then this one was 6'8" over. Offset 6'8". And I'll put a window in here. Alright, so that's that one. Go over 4'9". Offset 4'9". And we're just going to copy this. We'll copy this window right here, straight over from there to perpendicular. That right there. So now that window's in place. We'll go back over here. We're going to look, and there's 2 windows right there. So 6 foot from the corner and then 6 foot from that one. So we'll go here. We're going to offset 6 foot. And we're going to put 2 spots in there, one there, and one there. So it's those 2 right there, and we're going to just go ahead and copy. Oh. So I'm going to copy this from here over to there and to there. Alright, so now it looks like all of our windows are in. So there's a couple other things here. You notice there's an opening in that wall there. There's an opening here. We got to make sure we get around the house in here. And so we don't have a way to get out of here or out of here. So we'll go ahead and fix that right now. So we're going to go 4'6" over to a 5-foot opening. So offset 4'6", and that puts that spot right there. And then we're going to offset again 5 foot over to there. All right, so then we're ready to go ahead and just put in a line from here to here and a line from here to here. Then we'll go ahead and click trim, and we're going to use this is a cutting edge and this is a cutting edge, and then right click and get rid of those 2 pieces there. So that's that opening. I don't think I need to dimension that later. If I do, I'll put those lines back in. So then we'll come over here and look at this one. We're going to look at 6 foot over from there to a 4'6" opening. Alright, so from here, DI, let's see what that is, DI from here to here's 5 foot. So we're going to go over 1 more foot. Offset 6 foot from here over to there, and then from there we're going to do an offset of 4 foot 6 inches and put that one in there. So now we're ready to draw a line that goes from here to here and a line that goes from here to here. Alright, and then we'll click trim, right click, and get rid of that and that. And I'm going to go ahead and erase those 2 lines because I'm pretty sure I don't need them. Alright, so now we've got a cabinet right there, or something, closet that's missing a door. Just catching little things as we go now because we're getting closer to finishing this floor up. Alright, so let's see. Let's go ahead and move this from there to the perpendicular, and I'm going to change that width to 4 inch, so we got a wall there. I'm going to go ahead and flip it around this way so this pantry opens up to the kitchen. And let's see if we've got, we'll move this whole thing from here to here, and then we're just going to type DI and enter and get a distance from here down to there. It's 10 inches. So let's go ahead and make that we'll make it a little bit, not exactly, a 3 foot door ought to be good. Oh, I'm messing this up. Alright, so DI from here to here is 1 foot 2 inches, so that's going to be 14 inches. Let's go ahead and just center that. We'll move it over 7, or move it down 7. It's not exactly an even number, which is preferable, but we're just going to click trim. Use that as a cutting edge, that as a cutting edge, right click and get rid of that and that. So we're getting down to the end here, just kind of checking out to make sure everything we can get through the rooms. We got our windows done. We'll start double checking to see what's missing over in here. We're not going to worry about attic access or this line of the ceiling, anything here. We're just doing a basic floor plan to learn how to do some things. So it looks like we're about ready to start putting on some room labels and dimensions. We might want to put this porch on here a little bit so we can see where those things are. So we'll see.